Hello, everybody in Facebook Live Land. We are the Podguyz Podcast, bringing it to you live every Monday, 10:15 Eastern Standard Time, bringing you the freshest of dumpster fires from the web. Whoa. It's a stinky garbage fire, but it's ours. I am Tony Cass, followed by
Kevin Neary here.
And
Sparky.
This way. You're somewhere around
Sparky.
here.
Yeah. I'm good. Do you hear me? Yeah.
I gotta turn my volume down so I don't make an echo. Alright, Sparky, you're gonna start us out on this wonderful joyride of a mystery topic. A mystery topic. Ooh.
Dum, dum, dum.
Riddle me this, riddle me that.
Look at that, the right exclamation mark too. I love that.
Riddle me this, riddle me that. Where the f is Sparky at?
I'm going to give you the answer. The answer is 345,000. That's the answer.
Is this like the movie The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy in 42?
Is this Sparky's pre-tryout for Jeopardy host?
Is this the amount of people that Sparky has date raped?
Is this the licks to the kids that just your old pop?
No!
I'm sure everybody's number's different there, Spark.
That's true.
The 345,000 is actually
Homeless
the amount
venues
of
giving handjobs to for $5 a man.
At least $5.
That's how we got that lake house, my man.
now.
Wink, wink.
The 345,000 is how many used condoms the Vietnamese police seized at a shop where a lady had a business where she was actually taking condoms, washing them, drying them, putting them back and repackaging them and selling them back out to the public again.
I love Sparky's coffee table talk right there. You know that?
Straight to the penis.
Yep.
Well, she had another one, but they will roll it back up again.
Man, what are they going to do with all those condoms? You know, they probably recycle all those.
I seen the article. I actually read it. I read the article, and it was funny because it was, of course, Vietnamese. Brother, these are like thumb condoms, like the little finger cots. And you figure Vietnamese people have small peni.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You like my urge of the word peni?
I like the zest you gave it right there. You made me feel like if I was going into a porn museum, you would be the perfect host. As you can tell, the peni on the wall right here, your ridgite.
They are hung with care.
Right. Yeah, they're hung. Oh. Yeah, the good news is with all these used condoms, that when they recycle them, they eventually, for every 345,000 used condoms from Vietnam, they recycle them into a blow-up doll.
True. Yeah. And remember, spit is nature's lubricant. So for each one that she rolled back up like this, she just spit into, and it was put back into the package.
Just in case you need to,
yeah.
What you're giving.
Yeah. Lubed for her pleasure. Pleasure. Is this where we're going with the podcast today? Is this where we're going? He went straight to the peni.
Man, 345,000.
Not even a little tug and pull in the beginning. It was straight to the action.
Man,
it was straight out hard.
How am I going to talk about drunk lady coming into the store today to get her to return her stuff? How do I even top that? I can't, because there's peni there.
Can't. There's a
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
I know.
I'm in the podcast. Well, good night, everybody.
And hello and goodbye, everyone.
Seriously, you went right to the chorus there. You're like Nickelback. Hold on, the chorus now. Here's the chorus.
Hey, big shout out to Michael Navarro watching. Thank you for watching, brother. What? Man, I know we got some interesting topics today. I'm gonna bring it out on a nerdy level for the beginning, and then we'll taper off to some sports and then some stupid criminals at the end. But I just wanted to talk real quick. I know there's some quick DC news for this week, which we really didn't get to in our last podcast, but I really wanted to break out because, hey, I have my Flash shirt. My Flash shirt. Yeah, 30 seconds for me, buddy. New record.
Rumor has it Tony actually made a trip around the world in the middle of that sentence.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
But there's some huge news about the hiring of Hawkman for the new Black Adam movie.
Yeah, they're acting like that's the largest bird.
You would think.
But then again, Marvel has Iron Man as if it's the strongest metal.
True.
Titanium Man's like, hey, buddy, what's up?
There's Semiconductor Man.
Verse Eagle Eye. Semiconductor Man.
Yeah, he's only half as good as Conductor Man. He's Semiconductor Man.
I get it. Yeah.
It's a horrible dad joke, but it's...
It is, because it's almost like it's like Conductor Man met himself a normal woman one day, and they made a worse superhero as a baby.
Yeah. Welcome to my son, Semiconductor.
He'll always be Semiconductor Man.
He always plays second fiddle.
You know, it's like the guy that goes to jail, the great attempter, you know. Your father was a murderer and a rapist. You're nothing more but an attempted murderer, an attempted rapist.
Whoa.
Yeah, the attempter.
But the reason why I brought that up, Hawkman, is because they've actually recast Batwoman for the CW series.
I saw her costume. It looks terrible.
Horrible.
God almighty. Like, okay, the costume's supposed to be a very... to hide identity.
Yeah.
Now, nothing hides identity more than showing hair. What are they doing there, Tony?
I'm thinking it's a sad... I don't even know how to put it into words, Kevin, because here's the not even to say that here's the fate of the CW right now, but they only have one particularly, and I want to say a half and half show with Stargirl, because sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not.
They're basically taking superheroes, just like the whole idea of a superhero.
Yeah.
And then they're like, all right, so what we got this, we paid for these superheroes, their names and all that nice stuff. So instead of paying for the writers along with them, we have the leftover writers here from Gilmore Girls and Dawson's Creek. So they'll probably be able to figure it out, right?
I'm thinking it's more like what was that which Archie and Jughead? Riverdale. They had the Riverdale leftovers of writers.
Okay, you guys still work here? We got Stargirl here for you. Figure it out. Yeah, stars with Stargirl? Yes. Owen Wilson said, yeah. I think he did it by mistake, but who knows?
We're going to pay him in Twinkies and Kit Kats.
Or no, Luke Wilson.
Luke Wilson, yeah.
Yeah.
Even
no one
worse.
Knows who the better Wilson. No one knows who the better Wilson brother is because they're both You really like one where you're like, holy crap, breakthrough performance, and then they come on with another movie. It's like, what the heck? Why? Why couldn't you just leave it alone? Leave it alone. It's like Nicolas Cage syndrome. You know, he comes out with two good movies, and you're like, oh my god, Nicolas Cage, there you go. And then, yeah.
Well, I see that on the dawn of Marvel actually pushing everything back to 2021 now. And especially with them and their downfall of Mulan, not necessarily tanking at their distribution on Disney Plus, but it did bomb. It didn't do as well as they thought it was going to. But I thought that their price point was way too high, man. Like at $30 a pop. Like, if you were a single household, why would you pay $30 a pop to see an movie.
So that way you give your kids the ability to bully the poor kids.
And that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, they could say, like, oh, I saw Mulan, but your family would, but I guess you're too poor since the quarantine.
Yeah, your dad got laid off from his job. He can't afford Mulan.
Yeah, like there's a lot of... Yeah, exactly, right? So there's a lot of, like, oh, your dad spent the stimulus money on food and stuff. We got Mulan HD.
It's sad, man.
Sometimes... well, our parents have Hulu. Oh, yeah, I play that whenever I want to sleep when I need something on in the background.
Yeah.
Hulu.
Yeah, what we do in the shadows. What we do in the shadows is called.
What we do in the shadows, yeah. The price point was way too high for Mulan. There was no dragon. There was no crab. It was just like a good amount of social currency for the kids to brag on each other about, which is... I'm
gonna ruin Mulan for everybody. I hope you're ready.
Oh man, I love when you ruin stuff for everybody. This is like my favorite part of the show. You're like, and you're so I like how you're so like you're ready for it too. You're just
brother.
like,
I've been holding this in for a couple weeks because I knew I wanted to wait until it actually came out and people got a chance to watch it, and then once they get a chance to watch it, I wanted them to formulate their own opinion, right? So those of you who did not watch it, kind of tune out or tune down your volume right now because I'm going to ruin this particular movie with small...
Opposite advice, I think you need to listen to this right now. This is the most important part of your life. Tony's about to save you a good hour and a half of your life.
And that's absolutely true. I'm not saying that I illegally downloaded this movie, and I'm not saying that I was better off illegally downloading this movie than buying it. But we're gonna say for safety's sake that I purchased this off Disney Plus.
You already added so much suspicion there, Tony. I mean, you added so much probable cause on all that paragraph. We're gonna say that I purchased these cigarettes. They didn't fall off a truck.
All right, this whole movie starts up, right? And is all I need to say because I think it gave me a stroke in the very beginning, right? So it starts. the first thing it opens up as, right, is that Mulan as a child realizes that she has a gift. They CGI the crap out of her in this one part where she does some flips, some tosses, she saves some shit, and kicks over a statue of one of the gods that they happen to believe in for the celestial families of Japan or China. So throughout the movie, they're always stating where women always have their right. And if you watch the cartoon, this isn't the cartoon. This is not the cartoon version by any means. And the only reason why I say that is because they always state in the movie that you need to strive to be something better than you are, and to always be true to yourself, which sends a fantastic message out to women. And that's all you get from the first half of the movie is a woman's place is always to strive to be better, but done quietly. Which is old Chinese, like, tradition. Old Chinese.
I think they're keeping the tradition going.
Yeah. So you always get that striving, type of thing for that particular movie. Even in the cartoon version. Even in the cartoon version, it was always, it's a woman's place to marry someone who could better their family.
Now, Tony, do you think there was some, was the movie really better than the sales? And maybe people didn't want to watch it because of racial insensitivity towards the Chinese people?
No, not even close. It was just a bad movie. It was just so bad. It was so bad. Like, not even to say that, like, because you knew she was a woman, and you could tell she was a woman. She didn't look like a man. She looked like a woman. And even with no makeup, guess what, Kevin?
Looked like a woman.
Still looked like a woman.
High cheekbones, just like normal women.
High cheekbones, small face. Like, she totally looked like a woman. and then came off with the typical guy voice. It was like, hey guys, what's going on? So she did the guy voice for a little bit, right? And it kind of tricked people. Ooh, whoa, you got me. You got me with the guy voice. Clearly not a woman. And every single time, like, I think for them to get out
maybe
of the
all the
part...
guys in the Army knew about it, like, if this... it's because this is based on a true story, so maybe all the guys in the Army knew about it, but they just took way too long to plan the gangbang.
Well, see, here's... They're trying to find a quiet place at some point in time during the war in order to go to Pound Town on her.
You saw those in the tub, right? Not a dude.
Not a dude.
I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing shit.
But for this movie, right? I'm trying to get to a point, even when
she had a cheat code in the movie, right? Kind of like that, and then a woman would appear and tell her how to defeat an army.
Kind of, sort of. I mean, it was a movie that was based, that they tried to make real, but still threw fake stuff in it for it not to be real.
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, if you're doing a realistic type of movie, and you're like, listen, we're getting rid of the talking dragon. No more talking dragon, all right?
Okay.
No more talking dragon.
So no talking dragon, right?
Flips. Oh yeah, we'll totally put them in there.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So in this movie, right? There's a witch, and she plays the main bad person character with the Huns. Okay. And the main leader of the Huns has a hold on this witch, for her to get back what she had lost in her time, and then would help the Huns defeat the Chinese.
I think they would call that a quid pro quo.
Quid pro quo, exactly. So throughout this movie, the witch, which they're trying to make real this whole story,
terrible,
is the only thing that they CGI throughout the whole movie, where she turns into birds, she turns into bugs, she turns into different things, she'll disappear. She has this amazing CGI fight scene where she just kills people all by herself.
And how much did they price Mulan at? $15?
$30.
30?
$30.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Good job, Disney. Hey, we know everybody's hurting right now because of the pandemic and people losing work. So I tell you what, $30.
Yeah, we're gonna do.
What's wrong with these people?
I don't know who the hell's price tag that was, but man, like, should be fired. Like, straight up fired, dude.
No, dude. He'll give him a promotion.
Yeah.
He'll be the next Secretary of State eventually.
Be the next Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the and not even to say towards the end of the movie, but like through all the good parts that you tend to think, oh man, my dad's praying for me to stay alive, and he prays for the gods to send me.
There were a lot of like on the line daddy-daughter moments on there where you thought it was going to get all Pornhubby on you, where you're like, I must honor you, Father. Honor him by doing what? You're waiting for the porn music, but then she like pauses too long. Fighting for his honor. Oh, there you go. Oh, I forgot this is Disney, not a porn.
It was so weird for me, man. And I'm gonna give this movie like
out of 5 stars. You got to be honest. Now, okay, no, we'll do.
I'd say out of 10. Out of 10, I'd give it 5.
Ooh, that's calling it average, Tony. That's not calling it bad.
I'd even go maybe 4.
3.5.
No, I'm gonna go 4. I'm gonna go 4.
4 doesn't keep people awake. 4 is the movie Cocoon.
No. I put it in the same thing as Cocoon. Not good, not good, but memorable enough to know that it was a Disney live-action adaptation.
Wilford Brimley.
And see, here's the thing: like, it was memorable.
Steve Guttenberg.
Because I thought that she played a great role, like as Mulan. her character was written well, and it was written into the story.
So the acting was all right. The storyline and the animation was just not necessary. A little bit too plugged in there.
Totally not necessary. I think that when the father starts praying to the gods to protect his daughter, and then they send like this, because they instead of like the cricket or the dragon, they actually send a phoenix.
I like how they tried real-lifing the Lion King. And just like in real life, lions talk, you know, how they do. And sort of coyotes and shit. Yeah. You know, they really real life. See, like some things, in my opinion, you know, like Aladdin, the reason that it made it so decent with the song adaptations and that, you have the main character was able to make every facial expression possible, unlike a real human, unable to do that on the spot, on the dot. Will Smith blue face in it, like, what are you guys doing, man?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It just got really creepy.
Aladdin was a weird one for me too, man. I didn't like it. But anyways,
the woman who played Jasmine though in Aladdin, the real life adaptation.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the voice, the acting ability. She was the only one that I really bought that gave a shit about her role.
I agree.
Will Smith, dude, was just there. Will Smith was like, "Hey, I'm the big name celebrity here." The other guy, the dude that played Aladdin, had the acting range of a soap opera star on CBS.
Yes, on Telemundo.
He gets killed and in a coma after like 3 lines. You know, once the producer already finds out about like, oh man, this guy can't act. The dude that played Aladdin should play Kelly Ripa's son in a Hallmark movie of Spin the Wheel for a Holiday. Who the hell cares, right? You know, Easter egg hunt or whatever. I don't care. You know, it's just his acting was driving me nuts. Here, the woman who was playing Jasmine, she's throwing it all in there, and his big response was, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "Oh man, you guys,
Kevin, you just did better than he did."
Why didn't the director just yell, "Cut! Stop shitting all over this movie! Please stop it! Please stop it! If you want to do this,
like
be the criminal Law and Order SVU case, you know, like holy crap!"
It was a giant stink fest, Kevin. So you have to go like that.
They took the same script and they added one passionate actress about the idea, and then one dude that just, you know, Will Smith just being there, and then the soap opera star dude just like hanging out, just like, "Hey, did I get my hair right?" It's like, yeah. Well, did we teach a monkey how to talk English yet? Can we CGI that? Actually, we got the monkey. Good. You know, good news. We got the monkey. Okay, well, where is he? Okay, he died of a heart attack. What the fuck? That's a dead monkey. Yeah, we can kind of move him around. We can put him on there. He's gonna look real. We're gonna
he's just done.
His face. You know what? Just stay the hell with the monkey. It's starting to smell in here. I was wondering what the smell was. Now I know what it is, and out of my head. Everybody take 5. You know, it's got to be a difficult movie. Here with the Lion King, you just gotta. Okay, so with Mulan,
Kevin, you're just going off. You're going off on this. But see, the thing that I'm picking up from Mulan, right, is not necessarily that the stink fest that it is could have been such a much better movie if they didn't portray it as something lifelike and real, with still adding the magical fairy tale aspect of things that were inside the movie. So,
you do know there are some regions in China that dismiss the whole Mulan legend as fairy tale.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So for like, thank God Disney didn't real life Pocahontas. I always say this, you know, if they real life Pocahontas, they would just be like, "Why does she look 7? Oh, because in real life she was." Like, okay.
Oh wait, why was John Smith having the genocide of her people?
This is looking a little bit too close to the Tainted Love music video. Holy crap. If people aren't familiar with the Tainted Love music video, just go on YouTube Tainted Love, and it'll say music video. You watch that and wonder how the hell that passed.
That's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
It's pretty sick.
True. It's pretty sick. Anyways, Kevin. I don't even know where we are topic-wise, because I was talking about this shitty Mulan movie. I was trying to fit it into something that would be much better fitted, because Marvel pushed everything back to 2021.
Okay.
DC is trying to take over the picture for 2020,
Oh, so Marvel gets to watch them fail continuously. That's great.
It's sad, man. It's sad because their TV division on DC is really lacking. Like, it's lacking bad. So, Ruby Rose leaves Batwoman in order for, what's her name, Javicia Leslie to pop in for Batwoman. And then you got Hawkman, who's going to necessarily be in the Black Adam movie, and they cast him as Aldous Hodge.
It's no mystery what DC did one day. They took all of Superman's powers and split them up into different superheroes one day. The super speed turned into Flash, the flying ability turned into Hawkman, and then they're just like, all right, man, how about we give him wings so that way there's an actual excuse about it? And the Vision, the zoom-in Vision, because he can see like a hawk, so we'll just, do that idea. The, let me see here, the Freeze Brett, they ended up using that as a Mr. Freeze, like an evil character for Batman to fight off, while also stringing, that very loosely together.
Sure.
The laser eyes, they said, you know what, no one's ever going to use laser eyes. Stan Lee picked it up off the side of the street, and he's like, how about this is Cyclops? Why not?
Ooh.
Threw that on Cyclops.
Black Manta, they gave it to Black Manta.
Oh, they gave it to Black Manta? Never mind, Sparky. Good pick up there, yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
so they
pretty fair.
basically just took one superhero, and they're like, all right, now how can we turn this into the timeshare of superheroes?
Yeah.
They smashed it up into little pieces and pieced it out to little sections and all that nice stuff.
I just find it sad, man. It's sad because you take a look at this company who is a multi-billion-dollar corporation that was just bought out by AT&T, right? AT&T picked them up.
Yeah.
And then they pretty much wiped out the whole DC Universe streaming service. So DC streaming universe is gone.
AT&T picked them up, in my opinion, as a leverage play, so that way they can sell them to Disney, and Disney can dissolve them if they wanted to.
But whatchamacallit's getting ready to start, so next month, isn't Swamp Thing getting ready to start?
Well, Swamp Thing was already out. I don't know if they're actually doing a season 2 because season 1 actually got cut short.
They're picking it up on the CW already.
Yeah, but I think they're only going to show season 1 on the CW.
It's really hard. It's really difficult to add a superhero into the world today. If you're doing everybody has in the world today, basically what I'm trying to put out there is like everybody has a camera on their phone. So for some superhero to hide their identity, like back in the 1950s through the 1990s, if Superman wanted to go into a telephone booth and change up real quick, no big deal, he can do that. Nowadays, there are no telephone booths. There's none. So that one aspect of how does Superman get changed? And they're like, he goes into a telephone booth and he does it real quick. That whole idea, dismissed, gone.
Can he just pop into a random taxi now, or an Uber?
Uber? Oh man, that would be a nice idea, right? I guess. But now it just seems that Superman, he just appears and he's already got the suit on. So they took away that one little. Yeah. They took away that one little characteristic trait. I mean, it's just they can only redo the same character over and over and over and over and over again. Until eventually, I mean, even the Justice League was terrible. Garbage.
Oh, yeah.
Blatant total garbage.
Yeah.
Hawkman, how does Hawkman live his daily life? How does he do that? He's got wings, man.
Yeah, he lives in a nest.
He lives in a nest. Oh, man. You gotta be... You're yanking my chain, aren't you?
I am.
With some of the Hawkman characters, the wings aren't actually on his body. The wings are...
part of a harness.
The wings are part of the costume.
Yeah.
The only Hawkman there was an alien where he came from a planet of the bird people. But mostly all your other Hawkmen was the wings were like machinery or something.
Now, see, they're in the what was that? The I know it was on the CW. The Guardians are not the Guardians of the Universe. The hell was that called? Spark.
Legends of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow. Yeah, on the Legends of Tomorrow, they had a version of Hawkman and Hawkgirl, which were the original versions, I believe, that they were Egyptian gods of some sort, right?
Ooh, they're always going to Egypt for the running out.
Oh, that was they had it on Smallville also, if you remember that far back many years ago.
Yes.
Michael Shake played Hawkman, and I can't remember. Hawkgirl was only in for like an episode or two. But
Egypt, it's like the pretzel they're running out.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was weird writing. It was a weird entrance for a character that had very much a lot of potential. And even for that series that has dwindled down and jumped the shark many times, Legends of Tomorrow.
Do you know what would be nice for Superman as far as the DC thing, since they've done it so many times?
I don't know.
You know how? Okay, so Superman, does he age? Right?
Sure.
He doesn't, but Lois Lane, she does. So I had like a little bit of a Captain America thing going on with, how Captain America went to visit his older ex-girlfriend or whatever, and he was frozen in time. This way, you're dealing with somebody who doesn't age because he's an alien, but he's dealing with his one true love that he visits every now and then as a cameo in the hospital. So you know that Superman is like in his 80s or whatever, right? So is Lois Lane.
See, I think he does age, though, because at some point in time, I think it's just very slowly.
Okay. Well, even you can show this.
Eventually, he gets the gray creases.
Yeah, he gets the gray creases in his hair, if I remember. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you could show the.
Batman Beyond is when he starts getting. He gets the gray streak.
Okay. Well, you could. What I'm saying is, you can add a. If you're writing around Superman, you've never seen the age difference of Superman. We've seen young Superman in Smallville. We've seen middle-aged Superman forever.
Oh yeah.
We've never seen old Superman though, and then deal with the loss of Lois Lane while she's in the hospital dying of pick a disease. And spin the wheel. Who the hell cares? And that would show a much more human ability because he can save everybody in the world, but he can't save Lois Lane from. Also, I'm going to say it again: pick a disease. Make sure it's a deadly one, uncurable, whichever.
I think.
The what?
I don't know if you ever played the video game Injustice, but an Injustice Superman version would be great.
Oh yeah. I agree with that. An Injustice type of movie where they all have like the new 52 armor. I think that would be cool.
Superman goes bad because he believes he's doing good.
Yeah. Well, here's the whole point of my story is that, with all of this talk now, that, Joaquin Phoenix is getting a two new movie deal. So, of course, they're trying to get some sort of Joker trilogy out of it to go along with the Robert Pattinson Batman. They're trying to get a plethora of different Batmen in the Flash universe because they're going with a Flashpoint for their particular movie as well. Regarding every genre of Batman that has ever come out, and they're trying to get each one of them into the movie because of Flashpoint.
The one character of Batman that really had good backstory all around, right, and wasn't paid attention too much, in my opinion, except in the animated series, maybe a little bit too much, maybe, was Mr. Freeze.
Love Victor Freeze, man.
Yeah, without the Schwarzenegger puns, but with the actual, like, if you Joker that character reference or whatever, like you just made him a solo guy and you show him like that way, whereas like one-on-one and he doesn't do anything crazy yet, he doesn't make the freeze suit yet or whatever the hell. You just give him his first and last name.
Oh yeah.
The character study of him and where his wife gets diagnosed with whatever, make it a very solemn thing. So that way, by the time you know it, the same thing that happened with the Joker in that movie. The audience is on the side of the, or at least justifying in their head any kind of crazy actions that the character might be able to do. So they might be able to get away with that idea and stretch it out for 2 to 3 movies if they really focus on the Mr. Freeze character. The Joker movie, well, we've talked about that until it was beaten like a dead horse, man. What could have been done, what should have been done, who was necessary, who was unnecessary. So...
See, and the sad thing is that the DC Universe has a plethora of, and not even to say a plethora of villains that they can go to, but their villains are far more superior. And I've said this before, their villains are far more superior on the DC side than they are on the Marvel side.
Yeah, because the Marvel side, their whole injunction of creating a super villain was basically like, what does the superhero do? Oh yeah, the villain does that too. And let them fight.
Yeah. And it's been really sad to see. Like, and not to say that there hasn't been a good villain. Like Thanos, of course, was a good villain for the Marvel universe.
Thanos was kind of like the Doomsday sort of thing. But if you take any hero's big fight scene, like you have Iron Man versus a guy that also has an iron suit. You have Wolverine versus Sabretooth. Last I checked, they were fucking almost identical. Yeah. Practically, you put them both in the same room and say, like, if you say, like, hey, I'm going to describe what their powers are. You're like, I think you're talking about the same guy, dude.
I loved Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, man. I thought he played a fantastic role for Wolverine. I love not necessarily the Origins movie, but the Wolverine movies that came out were pretty decent. They were good.
Absolutely. No, that was spot on casting right there. And, it's very rare to happen. You know when something's casted very well as a person watching the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Man, you know when they just mess it up, like, I don't know, every Punisher movie. The Incredible Hulk.
No, even with Bernthal. Bernthal in the latest Punisher on Netflix that can't come out, like, 2 years ago?
You told me that was a pretty decent movie, but I've already just dismissed the whole character from existence. I've seen so many terrible shots of it. Like Venom. Venom's already... I tell you what, man, you got 5 movies with me, and then, there you go.
Yeah.
And then I just have to, push the whole character out. Where it's just
I've stated it before, man, I'm not a huge Tom Hardy fan at all. And unfortunately for him, he doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a slow amount of insanity when watching. Like, Venom, cool concept, really cool comic book character. Hey, let's make it a movie. Sounds like it's fail-proof. And then they start writing, and it all gets messed up.
Yeah. I mean, he played Bane. He played Bane in Batman for the.
I really like that character. I like the way that his acting was with the mask over the voice. That's very difficult to do. Especially with those killer lines.
Hello, what's going on, Kevin?
Hey there, I'm in charge here. Do you feel in charge? Do you feel in charge? Man, I feel like that's my alcoholism when I was violent.
Anyways.
That's why I don't own a gun, I'm the bartender. So I said last call. I'm in charge here. Do you feel in charge? Bang.
I think DC is heading in a weird direction.
Well, you know who else is heading in a weird direction?
Who's that, Kevin?
Well, we do have these presidential debates coming up tomorrow.
Ooh.
And I'm going live. Hopefully you'll go live with me and Mike, maybe.
Maybe.
We're going to go live with the debates to watch 2 people that probably, allegedly have dementia yell at each other about facts and past and, oh my God, it's going to be
hilarious. Facts, figures, and bar graphs.
I said, is the presidential debate going to be like an episode of South Park of Jimmy and Timmy fighting?
Jimmy and Timmy, yeah. I think that's the funniest thing you've ever said, Sparky.
I wish your video worked better, man. Like, what the hell? You gotta get yourself a flip microphone. You got,
The audio was so choppy, but I got. It's an episode of South Park that Jimmy and Timmy are fighting.
Sparky suggested that the debate is going to be like Jimmy and Timmy from South Park debating. Yeah. If you're not familiar with the characters, these are 2 special need characters on the show South Park, and they did have a debate one time, and they did what we'll call the R word for political purposes. Why not? So that way no one's offended over the R word. What tomorrow might look like is a little something like that, where you have 2 people yelling at each other, both well over the age of 75, with questionable hairlines. Biden seemed to have grown back hair, and Trump's hair has always been suspected to be hair plugs for the longest of time now, even after his doctor confirmed who cares if they're hair plugs.
See, is it going to be 2 cranky old men talking about their, people going on their lawns? Or is it going to be like
This is a majority reference of who America is today. So who we are right now are two cranky old men yelling the hell at each other. So we've turned into what a Facebook argument looks like. Congratulations, America. The world lost.
We have now turned into a meme.
Absolutely. I mean, just think, Tony. Stupid, contagious, and lazy just like threw itself at the world one day. And, we all had to stay indoors for a little bit of time. And now we get two old first without doctor degrees to yell at each other about the facts of it. This is going to be hilarious tomorrow. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's around 8 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay.
9 p.m. tomorrow. I'm sorry, Spark. You're right. 9 p.m. tomorrow, where you get to watch the two people that majorities of Americans selected from two political parties, of majority parties, the Democrats and Republicans, yell at each other about stuff that they have no idea about at all.
No clue.
None. I mean, they're going to have zero facts. They're going to have less facts than a mailman about basketball. Okay?
They're going to have pie charts, and each one of them are going to be like, there's pie?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like pie. I heard he eats pie. I saw him eating his wife's pie. He said it was great. It was made in China. He loved it every second. He probably just liked it because it was made in China. It's like, wow. They should have point system.
So we're going to call this the Podguyz Podcast, first official Trump versus Biden drinking game. Copyrighted.
I like it.
Copyrighted 2020. Right? So here's what's going to happen. Every time that you said, every time that Biden doesn't happen to finish a sentence, boom, take a drink. Every time that Trump happens to say the word China, you take a drink.
Take a drink.
Sparky, would you like to add another rule to this one?
Yes. Mail voting fraud.
Mail voting fraud. Whenever mail voting fraud has been introduced and or talked about in any way possible, saying UPS, Federal Express, or the mail system in general, you need to take a drink.
When you have heard either candidate say something that you have also seen in a Facebook comment about the coronavirus, you got to take a drink. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I'm gonna add a special thing, right? And say that every time that Trump says America is the best country, we're going to take one drink. America is the best country.
Now, I won't be drinking alcohol for this. Okay?
No, of course not. No. Me neither.
I will not stop. I will make up rules like whenever they breathe, take a drink. Whenever there's a commercial, take a drink.
Whenever
there's not a commercial, take a drink.
See, now I know this won't happen, but whenever Biden happens to mention corn pop.
Tony, you don't know that's not going to happen.
That's going to be a shot, brother. That'll be a shot.
Any corn pop related story, you take a shot.
Yeah.
Of heroin.
Yeah.
Or suggest.
Dude, we're skipping drinks right into shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No like little sips of beer. Anytime that the words.
Anytime Trump says the words Mar-Lago.
No, greatest, tremendous, the best. Nobody knows more than I do about it. I know, man. You're getting real quick.
That's death right there. You'll have to take a drink for those.
Nobody knows more than I do about the greatest, the most tremendous. Holy crap! I can't keep up. Keep pouring.
America's the best country. It's fantastic country. It's the best country ever.
I got one. Every single time Joe Biden makes a mistake talking about the states he visited in the past, everybody's got to take a drink.
Ooh.
Yeah, Joe Biden did say that he'd been on the Senate for 180 years. So we're obviously dealing with an immortal here.
Yeah. I think every time the word Obama comes up from Biden, you need to take a shot.
Oh, and whenever the word Obama comes up from Trump, or no, Hillary comes up for Trump, you got to take a shot.
Ooh,
yeah, because those are two people.
Yeah.
Those are two Democrats they like to reference.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do.
I know, right?
Every time.
He's like, but Obama, he was my friend. Everybody's like, yes, he was. He was your friend. And then, Trump would just say, like, who do I feel like is really in charge? Do I think that Pence can whisper anything into Donald Trump's ear to maybe steer him into a logical pathway? I doubt it. There's very few people that can even... His own family has trouble with this idea.
I agree.
So, now, Joe Biden, do I think that Kamala Harris can move him around?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like a ventriloquist dummy.
I am not convinced that he knows where he is. I'm convinced that Trump knows where he is, and he's like, this hotel's crap. It's like, it's the White House, sir. Why isn't there black and gold? Because it's the White House, sir. Why is there an echo in here? Here. It's like, because it's the White, it's an old
His
building,
wife did all the interior decorating for the White House.
Yeah.
They automatically turned it into the Kremlin.
Yeah, I mean, he's, okay, so the Senate and the Congress finally gave Trump the ability to do a travel ban months ago. They said, all right, man, have at it. We're going to give you the ability to do a travel ban now. And he's like, all right, cool. They're like, just make sure it doesn't look racist. It's like, it's not racist, it's for safety. So he's like, everybody except England and Ireland and Germany and the white parts of Italy. It's like, what the fuck, man? Really? Serious? The
one time you couldn't mess this up.
They gave you. Also, northern parts of Spain. Northern parts of Spain are cool. Basically, if you have a 10, darker than 9.
Egypt, Morocco, and some parts of Saudi Arabia.
I'm convinced that Trump wants to be the darkest person in America.
Yeah. Yeah.
Canada's cool, Mexico's not. It's like, dude, seriously. Well, she does make a good point. What are Canadians going to sneak in the border here to do? Pay for health care? I mean, it's a pretty
fair
good
enough.
point.
That's fair enough, yeah.
Canadian. I just wanted to feel what it felt like to pay for a broken arm. What? I came down here to run cigarettes.
Oh my god. Speaking of running cigarettes, right? See, Kevin, you're still making my point very obvious, right? That you're looking at a train wreck that you don't want to look away from. The people are going to look in on this thinking, oh my god, choo-choo, here it comes for all of the nation to see how up we are as a political group, as a political society. And it's like watching the Kardashians on TV. Like, you know that something bad is going to happen, and you cannot look away.
They're not voting for president anymore, Tony. They are voting for who is going to play the president on SNL. Okay? Do they still like Alec Baldwin as a Trump? Or would they rather a Jason Sudeikis as a Biden renewal?
Or even Jim Carrey. Even a Jim Carrey as Biden.
He's a little bit too eccentric and lively. I think Jason Sudeikis nailed it perfectly.
Yeah.
Where he's got, rat-a-tat-tat. It's just like, he's like, about 30 some odd years ago, and rat-a-tat-tat. Oh, you know the thing.
Finish the sentence.
Just give me the damn thing. Just give me the nomination. What are you gonna pick, huh? Bernie over here? Nah, you ain't gonna pick Bernie. You're gonna come to good old Uncle Joe. I got the goods. Sudeikis totally nailed it.
Yeah, he killed it. He did kill it.
Yeah, and every night, and Alec Baldwin nailed a later Trump, right?
Oh yeah.
Because Darrell Hammond had him down when he was just like the '90s Trump. Now you got the after 2000s Trump. He's a little bit slower. He's still looking like a greedy, evil old guy. Fun fact there, Tony. Trump's taxes came out.
I was actually just going to pop right into that.
Okay, great. Turns out that he was too big to fail. Deemed too big to fail. Very fun fact right here.
Yep.
Deemed too big to fail by, drum roll, Sparky. Can I get a drum roll, Sparky? Barack Obama said that Donald Trump was too big to fail.
Ah.
I'm not even joking.
The BO. He got taken out by the BO. But anyways, we will see tomorrow when the presidents bow off against each other in the lovely presidential debate. First one of this particular year that they've actually talked to each other, and we'll try to see if they can get coherent sentences out, which would be a miracle.
I can see it coming out.
Yeah.
Coming out of the basement, Joe.
Oh my God! I already know. I already know what's gonna happen tomorrow. The amount of memes, videos, play-by-play with music behind it is gonna be automatically fantastic. Like for like the next week. The next week is gonna be great.
Man.
Yeah.
They're gonna be firing up their laptops like right on the spot. Right.
I love it. I love it.
Are they gonna get the theme from Benny Hill as the two of them are running around the podium?
Anything's possible. Anything's possible, to be honest, man. It's coming. It's coming, brother. Let's hop into the second half of our show. And, Spark, where are we this week as far as the Dakotas?
This week we're at Dakota with a little hole.
Wow. We're back on the penis thing again.
I'm getting concerned for Stack Girl's safety right now. The Dakotas.
The Dakotas
Hey,
with a little O-hole.
We don't hear from Stack Girl anymore. What the hell?
I know.
Tony, I'm impressed that you got 15 stories from the Dakotas.
Well, I actually... Yeah, believe it or not, I actually had to cut 5 stories into Ohio as well, because I only got 10 from the Dakotas.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That Dakotas, you're not living your best life.
Not living their best life.
Well, the problem is you have one person and their nearest neighbor is like 15 miles away.
Oh, yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Actually, it's kind of a meth capital, believe it or not, from what I was reading.
They're trying.
Yeah, they do a lot of meth. Anyway, Sparky, how is this game played?
What's going to happen is you are going to go up and you're going to read stories 5 at a time at 3 different categories. Now, what you have to do is you have to figure out if there is a false story or if they're all true. And remember, the biggest rule is if you hear the word meth, you know it's a true story.
Ah, true. So let's get this game started. We'll cut this in. I'm going to try to go as quick as I can. We'll start out with story number 1. Dakota man arrested for marriage fraud. Kevin, believe it or not, he scammed a Colombian woman out of $30,000.
Oh my God, that poor woman. If you're out there, Colombian woman, I got an extra bedroom. You can pay your rent.
Story number 2, Dakota woman. Fuck. Story number 2, Dakota woman arrested at a Boy Scout meeting while watching a police dog demonstration for, guess what, Kevin? Drug sniffing. Yeah. Yeah, clearly, she was caught with drug possession.
Okay, Dakota, you're getting interesting there, Dakota.
Getting a little interesting, I know. Story number 3, Dakota man arrested for taking a nap on their couch mid-robbery. His name was something very important, Kevin. His name was Michael Bolton.
Oh, God. I'm just reminded of that movie, like, no, you should change. Office Space.
Office Space. Story number 4, Dakota... Story number 4, Dakota man arrested for breaking and entering for trying to pry the door open at a local pub. He thought it was 2 a.m. It turns out, Kevin, it was 10:30 in the morning.
Ah, man. We all know how much 10:30 in the morning and 2 a.m. look the same.
Way close.
That moon's awfully bright and the sky's awfully light.
Story number 5, Dakota man arrested for going back into his burning home to grab his beer.
You know what? They don't make heroes every day. Some heroes don't wear capes, right?
Some heroes do not wear capes. You are correct, my friend.
Babs, the beer! Oh, no! Runs in for the beer. Gets the beer. Wait.
I'm hoping Sparky used my catchphrase for this particular one, where it was buddy, or bud, I need to save you.
I used a similar one.
Okay, all right.
I used something similar. No thanks.
Anyways, Kevin, we'll start out with you. Where do you think we're going with this?
I'm going all true on these ones, man.
Okay.
Dakota man seems a little frisky. They all seem very plausible.
Okay.
Colombian one, man, that's a scumbag move there.
That's a scumbag
totally,
move.
totally appreciate it, right?
Sparky, of course, you're all true, all in every time. How about Stat Girl?
All true.
All true. All right.
True. I hope the dog wants to
I'll start out with story number 1. And Dakota man arrested for marriage fraud. Marriage fraud. Oh, he scammed $30,000 off a Colombian woman. True story.
Man, that's terrible.
Sorry.
He's a scumbag.
Could've-
What a scumbag.
What do you got there, Spark?
There you go.
I got my money. You
I
got
got
your
my
marriage.
money.
Okay, I am out of here. It's sad to say that people will pay anything to be an American citizen, even including marrying somebody for a large sum of money to get a green card.
Okay.
Unfortunately, when you're going to not necessarily marry someone, you're marrying everything with that person, including their problems, their mental stability, and clearly he was not invested into it as much as she was. $30,000 richer.
So she was more. She was Sofia Vergara, but without the looks. I'm guessing.
Sofia Vergara, yeah. Yeah, pretty much the same thing happened. She gave him a lot of money. He waited around, and then he dumped her. And ICE actually caught up to her and shipped her back to Colombia. Well, he had the money. Yeah.
You make it sound like they put her in a box, man. You know, like she's.
It is what it is, man. Story number 2: Dakota woman arrested at a Boy Scout meeting while watching a police dog demonstration for drug sniffing, caught with drug possession. This has to be a true story because it is, Kevin.
Oh boy.
Okay, kids, I will show you Zeus's favorite trick. Hashtag man's best friend, but not women's.
Ms. Dakota, you have some drugs on you.
You clearly have some marijuana in your purse while you're at the lovely Boy Scout meeting.
The dog seems to be barking at her vagina.
That'd be funny. That'd be really funny. Yeah.
This dog only barks at 2 things: drugs and AIDS. Either way, it's bad news.
It's a bad time for you.
Teach the dog how to bark at AIDS. No, we just thought of it one day because Magic Johnson was walking down the road. How do you know that Magic Johnson didn't have drugs on him? Oh, we didn't even think about that.
Whoa!
Wow. You know what? Maybe we missed it. And we gotta miss this.
Story number 3: Dakota man arrested for taking a nap on their couch mid-robbery. His name was Michael Bolton.
I like how that's like the worst part of the story. Not the breaking and entering.
No. Yeah, not even that they robbed, this person robbed this house, but he was so enamored, so exhausted of his robbery.
Mass genocide, and they're like, his name was Prince, by the way. Huh? Prince? We all remember Prince?
True story, Kevin. True story. Maybe this time when a man loves a woman. I like the song reference. And hashtag, if it does not work, why keep doing it?
Sparky's throwing down some smooth jazz right there.
That's some sweet Michael Bolton music.
Think about it before. Like for the last 6 or 7 states, people have been trying to rob houses and they're passing out on the couch. will you please stop sleeping on the couch?
Just stop.
Narcoleptics everywhere. You should not be robbing houses.
Every single one. Every single one. Story number 4, Dakota man arrested for breaking and entering for trying to pry the door open at a local pub. He thought it was 2 a.m. Turns out it was 10:30 a.m. True story.
True story.
Time to get a new watch.
Yeah. Now that everybody is gone, I'm going to break in. There's some guys doing some prep in the morning. He breaks into the kitchen door, and he looks at everybody while he's in through the door. And he goes, "Oh man, I guess I got caught trying to break in. Can I at least smoke a cigarette?" He smoked a cigarette right inside the kitchen while everybody while they called the cops, and he's like, "Man, can I get one last smoke?" It was a crazy story, crazy story. Story number 5: Dakota man arrested for going back into his burning home to grab his beer. True story.
This is one of my better pictures of the week.
I have to save my bud. Hashtag never have too many friends.
It sounds like this guy needs a beer commercial, man.
I would happen to agree with you. I would happen to agree, Kevin. I think I didn't know that it was... I knew that it was illegal to go into a burning building while there was police and firemen there. Because, A, you're trying to cause harm to yourself. Or, there's a possibility of harming yourself while you go back in.
Yeah.
But if you're going back in to save your beer, hero.
Let the dude have his beer.
He's a hero. That's all it is.
His house is already going to shit. And now he's got to drink warm beer.
Now he's going to drink warm beer.
Yeah.
See, there's the downfall. See, Sparky, you should have went with, there were some hot hops.
Yeah, hot hops.
Hot hops.
The beer gets so warm from the fire. Oh, yeah.
I don't go with thinking Mike one and hashtag never have too many friends. Because
True.
Because just couldn't think of one. He had to save the other 5, hey.
Yeah,
Yeah. Leave a 6 in there.
Well, that's fair. That's fair, man. I like it. All right, we're going to shoot down the next 5 of Dakota. And we're going to start out with story number 1. Dakota man arrested for a Fargo-esque style murder. And if you've ever seen the movie Fargo, it was murder and arson just like the movie.
They're remaking the movie too, right?
Apparently in real life. Story number 2, Dakota man arrested for instant karma after crashing into a snowman that they built around a large rock.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
That is pretty sweet. Story number 3, Dakota man arrested for faking his own beating. Faking his own beating.
This sounds like Chicago, man.
To get disability. To get disability and workman's comp, when the guy tried to beat him with a plastic pumpkin.
This sounds like a very juicy story.
It's a very wop story.
It's like the smollett that comes out of a fire. Yes, very juicy smollett.
It deserves a pinky up.
Got the one day over here from 5 years ago.
Story number 4. I'm cutting it. It's story number 4, Kevin. Dakota woman arrested for a weird encounter on a dating app. She told her date that she hunts out of season. Turns out he's a game warden.
That's a scumbag move if that's true.
It's a scumbag move.
I think it's better than the story.
Her next date, if this is true, her next date is going to be like, what, did he break your heart? No. Oh, I got it. What, did he cheat on you? No. We're both avid hunters, and
we had a lot in common. It was great.
He tried shooting you, right? No. I tried asking him if he wanted to go illegal hunting with me, and he turned out to be a game warden. It was a setup the whole time. Oh, snitch.
Son of a bitch.
Like, at this
Snitches
point
get
in time,
stitches.
Guys, yeah, at this point in time, officers, you are not preventing crime. You're fucking causing it so it happens.
Yeah.
You're like making people. Like,
and story number 5. Oh, Kevin, this one's going to be a fun one for you. Dakota woman arrested for building an explosive target for their gender reveal.
didn't that happen? In California?
That's what actually started the wildfires in California.
Yeah, they I guess from outer space they know it was a boy.
It's a ginger. It's fire engine red.
I would love the aliens are floating around like, is planet Earth on fire again? Nah, it's
gender reveal. That's all right.
These guys are messed up. They light the forest on fire whenever there's a baby born. Really? Aren't they gonna run out of trees? Yeah, they don't know that though. They're terrible.
Kevin, where are we going with these 5, brother? Kevin, where are we going with these 5 stories?
You know what? I'm going all true on the man. Normally, I was thinking maybe snowman, but that just sounds. I want it to be true. All right, so I don't want to say false to the snowman story, and then it turns out to be true because I really want it to be true. It sounds too hilarious. Somebody drives into their damn car into a snowman built out of a freaking rock or whatever.
Sparky, how about you, brother? Going all in?
They're true.
All right. And how about Sakura?
True, all true.
All true. All right.
She said all true.
All right. I try to give you guys your outs. Here it comes. Story number 1. Dakota man arrested for a Fargo-style murder. Murder and arson, just like the movie. True story.
Murder and arson. Murder and arson.
What a great movie. I wonder if I can do that.
Sparky drew a self-portrait.
I like how he has the bunny ears on the TV. Not even a DVD player. Yeah, not even a DVD. It's just Fargo on a box.
It adds the lonely psychopath vibe to the whole stick figure environment. I feel for that stick figure.
Yeah. Clearly a fan wanted to make it a very real-life fandom and decided to do a little murder and mayhem just like the movie, and was caught very much like the ending of the movie as well, where they knew what he was going to do before he did it. Story number 2, Dakota man arrested for instant karma after crashing into a snowman they built around a large rock. True story, Kevin.
Yes! Yes!
You are so going down. Apparently, he was doing it for like a couple days, and he would come by and he would smash all the snowmen for this particular street. And they said, "Yo, we're gonna get him. We're getting this dude." And somebody had a large rock that they had in their car in their front yard, and built the snowman around the rock and smashed them up.
How do you report that to your insurance company?
See, that's a true one too. How do you do that? Yeah.
Because he was a bad neighbor to his good neighbor. So would State Farm be there? No.
State Farm would not be there. No.
Yeah. This was completely and totally in his hands, so he would not be in good hands with Allstate, would they?
No. I think that one is not covered,
of his
brother.
Car in less than 15 minutes.
I like the pun. I
could keep going, but I hate myself every time.
every time. Yeah.
Well, he had a lot of hate, so I don't know. No general one. No, I'm sorry.
Nah. You can make a generalized joke about it. All right. Anyways, story number 3. Dakota man arrested for faking his own beating to get disability and workman's comp. He paid somebody to beat him up with a plastic pumpkin. I give up on life because this is a true story.
Yeah. Look at I like how the one has like a head like Stewie from Family Guy there.
And it says, you want me to hit you with this? Hashtag Empire Repeat. Just like Jesse Smollett. This lucky North Dakota bus driver wanted to get out on disability and workman's comp because he no longer wanted to drive buses. So he paid somebody to attack him while it was all on videotape. I'm done with humanity, Kevin. I'm done with humanity.
Driving a bus must be that bad of a job, man. Where you'd rather
It's
take
gotta
15
be. That's a retirement job, dude. But that's like a security guard. Like,
we're gonna say this didn't happen at work because of the gunshot wounds to your feet. You know, pretty tough.
I have no words to explain how dumb and how sad.
I would love it if they got the Pink Panther of workman's comp doctor or detectives in there on them.
Oh yeah, it'd be great.
Or like Columbo. You see what doesn't make any sense? You know, I go Columbo on that all day. See what doesn't matter to me is you see the camera up there. Yeah, we got the camera work for it, and the time. Look at this. You're handing the guy the $200 bills. He's beating the crap out of you, and then you're saying it happened at work. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, well, Columbo, you just cracked the case. You don't have to say how it doesn't make any sense to you.
Because A, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, you should be doing Peter Falk with Alzheimer's. Get up there.
See, it's Columbo thinking he's Kojak, thinking he's Columbo.
We're not having Chief Ironside wheeling around out in Dakota.
True.
Get him. Thank you, stairs. Stairs!
My downfall.
My only weakness.
Story number 4. Dakota woman arrested for a weird encounter on a dating app, telling her date that she hunts out of season. Turns out he's a game warden. True story.
You got it?
This is a good first date. What are we going to shoot? Anything that moves. Hashtag summer is a season.
Summer is a season.
Summer is a season. When you give out too much information on a date, like you were...
Me and that girl both had illegal drugs in common, and then she turned out to be a he who also was a cop? Unbelievable.
Whoa!
Last time I'm online dating ever.
The funny thing is that she gave all the information like baiting deer and also shooting deer out of season to this person before she even got to the point where he was like, you know, I'm a game warden, right? And she was like, nah, come on. What are you going to do?
Wow. Maybe
What,
she wanted
what
him
can
to
you
come
do? What can you do as a game warden when someone is hunting out of season and then they're baiting and trapping for that particular thing? Mostly, like, the lowest thing would be is to give you a fine, right?
You would think so, yeah.
Yeah, he went straight up. He went straight up because he didn't want a second date. And he got her arrested. That's a good way to not get a second date.
2 here? No reservations for 1 now. Had to arrest her. What? How wow, you're not even a good-looking guy, though.
Yeah.
But
No venison steaks for you.
That'd be great, man. If he was like one of those, like low-level cops, like mall security guards, it's like, yeah, she was hot and everything, but I caught her shoplifting, and the job comes first. Like, your job sucks, though. It barely pays you. They don't give
Way
you
sucks.
healthcare either.
Yeah.
I said the job comes first. You're a railroad cop, though. Your jurisdictions are like this big.
Yeah.
Literally railroad shit. I caught her hoboing around. I went undercover as a hobo trail, a homeless man on the train tracks.
Yeah. I was a busker. I was a buskin. I was a busker, on the train trying to get my train cash.
Had to go undercover. Seriously,
with my harmonica.
He goes to his to try to write it off on his taxes, and it's like, you know what? It wasn't approved, so you get to keep all those little costumes, you dumbass.
You dumbass. Story number 5. Dakota woman arrested for building an explosive target for their gender reveal. False story.
Oh man! All right.
I know. I had to put it out. I had to put it out there before the California firefighters that are. Okay, on the count of 3, cover your ears.
Oh God.
Yeah, unfortunately, the California fires were started by that gender reveal, and some craziness, man. Just absolute craziness. But we're going to go down the rabbit hole into Ohio, Kevin. I hope you're ready.
Ohio. Yep. The only triangle flag out there. Fun fact about Ohio.
Kevin, what else is Ohio known for?
Heroin addicts, a lot of them.
A lot of heroin addicts. You're right. And
Heroin
one
addicts.
other thing. There's one other thing in Ohio.
Ohio is also known for sports teams that constantly lose.
No. The same thing that Pennsylvania has is the same thing that Ohio has.
Poverty?
No, a high concentration of Amish.
They do.
They do.
Just wait.
Just wait.
So, story number 1. Story number 1 goes, Ohio man arrested for playing the game Slaps. Now, I don't know if you've ever played this game, but it's called Slaps. At a party at a local college, sending a 22-year-old to the hospital. Yeah. Apparently, the game is where you slap each other in the face until someone passes out. That's the Slaps game.
I was thinking like a hot hands thing,
like hot hands, yeah. Yeah. Kind of like hot hands, but with somebody's face. Yeah.
Terrible game.
Unconscious. Yeah. Story number 2, Ohio woman arrested for trying to remove her boyfriend's testicles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I could say, no way, Tony. I wish I could say, all that. No way. There's no way. There is.
There's an absolute way.
Like if you said that, arrested for running over a fire hydrant and then trying to run off the scene, I would say maybe. Boyfriend's testicles? Hats off, you Ohio woman. Hats off you.
For real. Story number 3, Ohio man arrested for trying to steal a whole barn. It turns out he also stole a furnace, an air conditioner, a water heater, a generator, and a utility shed.
Yo, if they got him with all the stuff inside of the barn too, some obviously get a nice bonus.
It's like a bonus.
We're gonna itemize, not just the barn.
Story number 4, Ohio woman now, going Game of Thrones on her boyfriend, she apparently stabbed him with an axe.
This one I'm going false on.
Okay. All right.
False on it.
All right. And
Even though I think you already got to the false story. I do believe I've seen a movie with Michael Myers in it, So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Ooh.
Very undercover
All
Michael Myers movie. This was before the new generation knew him as Shrek, Austin Powers, and, the Love Guru. Hold on, let me puke off screen real quick because I just remembered he did Love Guru.
Kevin, let me finish off with story 5 before you get to that, because this is going to be our story of the week.
Coup de grace.
the coup de grace.
Story of the week.
Story number 5: Ohio man arrested after allegedly threatening fellow employees. It turns out he just claimed to be rapping.
Wait, run that by me again.
You've heard it correctly, Kevin. An Ohio man was arrested after allegedly threatening fellow employees. He claims to just be rapping.
Yo, all right. Ohio,
Wicka wicka wow!
calm down. Yo, man, I'm just rapping. That'd be great if he was just like, yo, man, I was just rapping. Oh, okay. And they let it go. Like a couple times he's like, I'm going to kill that motherfucking Carl, too. And they're like, whoa, my name's Carl. Hey, you're right. So I say, I just noticed you're not wearing any earplugs, okay? So, yo, man, I'm freestyling. Oh, freestyling. On your way, you freestyle then. I'm going to fuck his wife, too. I'm calling the cops. This guy's just mad.
Whoa, he's threatening me now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that is a great defense for the person though.
Yeah.
I want to be rooting for the criminal in this one. Hopefully he did not get arrested because that is an awesome defense there, man. I wasn't threatening him, officer. I was remembering some rap lyrics I wrote down earlier. Oh, okay, rap lyrics. Yeah, and they tend to be on the more violent side. His name was in it.
Every one of my workmates.
Every one of them.
Every single one.
They all have very...
You didn't think I would miss you, Tina, but I did.
Yeah.
I did not.
They say freestyle who you know about, and I know these people. I hope they didn't take any offense to it, but,
Oh, yeah.
it's going to happen.
So where are we going with this, Kevin? What do you think?
Ooh, I was leaning false on that one story. What the hell was it?
The axe story. Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Game of Thrones.
False on that one.
All right. Sparky, where you going, brother?
All true.
All right. And
Travis
lovely
Vincent.
stat girl.
That's
All true.
All true.
Okay. All right. Start out of story number 1. Ohio man arrested for playing the game Slaps at a local college party. Apparently sending a 22-year-old to the hospital unconscious. This is a true story. And it's sad. Like, sad story. When you're playing a game of slaps with each other, and you hit them so hard that they... One slap and you drop to the ground. Just so much like the picture. But when you drop to the ground, you start bleeding from the ear. You did some damage. Yeah.
Also the champion.
Also, you're the champion.
I want a trophy. Why am I wearing handcuffs?
Yeah. The best prize would be silver bracelets. Yeah.
What a pussy. He called the cops.
Right?
Quick, call the cops.
Oh God, everyone's drinking. There's underage drinkers here.
Gotta be some kind of scumbag. Sore losers.
Yeah. Story number 2, Ohio woman arrested for trying to remove her boyfriend's testicles.
Yeah.
I had to look into this story because there is a snip, a snip here, and a snip there. Here a snip, there a snip. If Lorena can do it, so can I. Hashtag strive to be better.
Strive to be better. That's fucking great. That's the picture of the week right there. That's the fucking hashtag. Sparky, put these fucking pictures on your Facebook, you mook. What's wrong with you?
It's a true story.
I'll make a book full of pictures and people will buy it. Jesus Christ, if there's only something that could connect all your friends to all your pictures and it was attached to the internet.
Yeah.
Huh. One of these days, man.
Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing.
You gotta be messing with me. I was just thinking about that yesterday. I'm like, why doesn't Sparky take these pictures, take a picture of them and put them on his Facebook? Oh, yeah, because he wants to make a book out of, and then it just clicked. I'm like, you've got to be messing with me.
Yeah, clearly a true story. When you're when you're in a relationship that has gone wrong, yeah, when you're in a relationship that has gone wrong, and she's trying to take scissors to your testicles, I think there's a disconnect somewhere.
Time to call it quits.
Yeah. Try to.
Oh, you know what, Tony? Maybe he didn't have the balls to break up with her.
Oh.
After.
He was lacking the testicular fortitude.
Yep.
Yeah.
No balls, dude.
Yeah.
No.
He couldn't go balls deep. We could do this for a while, Kevin. You know that, right?
I do. Yeah.
I was going to throw in a sack reference, but...
Okay. Was it close to Easter, and she was hiding, he can't hide her eggs, but she want to hide the egg-shaped ball. Never mind.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. Something.
Something. Story number 3, Ohio man arrested for trying to steal a whole barn. He also stole a furnace. A whole barn. Not even a piece of a barn. A whole barn. He also stole a furnace, an air conditioner, a water heater, generator, and utility shed. Is a true story. I can't wait for this picture. Barn sale, I got everything for a steal.
Very, very clever. I see a little beard and hat on there. That means he's an Amish.
That means he's Amish, yeah.
Yep. We know now. Because without those extra characteristic features on there, I'd be confused if it was I would assume that it was a non-Amish.
True. I also told Sparky, I said, Spark, what another great one would be hashtag he shed.
He shed.
A he shed, yeah.
He shed. You ever see my she shed? It's like, please. Who gave her this idea?
I gave my wife a she shed, and I got the he shed.
I gave my wife, he basically looked around the house to see if he could rewrap a present, realized they had a shed in the back, and cleaned it out for the first time, and said, baby, look what I did.
He was caught carrying the entire barn, which I guess was not very big. It wasn't very big, but he tried pushing the barn through some wooded area and got it stuck on trees, and therefore was caught doing that. It was such a weird picture, man. It was a weird picture to see.
I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those pesky trees.
the damn trees. Every time.
This way, he gets into a prison fight every time somebody brings up the Green New Deal. Green New Deal, you say? If it wasn't for those goddamn trees, I would have gotten away with the whole barn. I
would have had my damn she shed, or my he shed. We could have watched football games out there, drank beer. I would have invited the whole neighborhood.
Yeah. I would have shared my $1 million of bank robbery barns.
Yeah.
With the whole
Dude, he was set. Like, he had a furnace for the heat. He had an air conditioner for the summer. He had a water heater, so he can get some showers and a sink running.
I think, I mean, I totally get it. But what he was very much lacking in his whole plan was the deed to the barn.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
A really important one there, because when the cops ask him, "Hey, man, I see what you're doing here with the barn. We're big fans. Just need to see the deed to the barn."
Yeah.
And the person is inside of the barn screaming, "Help, he's dragging me down the road."
Story number 4. Ohio woman going Game of Thrones on her boyfriend. Apparently stabbing him with an axe. True story.
This might be picture of the week.
Oh god, here it comes. Daenerys, yeah right. Area is hotter. Hashtag the dragon did not have your back. $30, too much.
I love the zoom in there in the red ink. Director's cut there with Sparky.
I mean, there's not much to say on the story, except for they threw in a Game of Thrones reference in this particular blotter story, which I thought was weird.
Yeah, there wasn't many axe murders in the Game of Thrones.
Yeah, not a lot of axe murderers at all. Which I would have probably said would have been the fake story as well, Kevin. I would have been with you.
With daggers, it's so much hotter than narrator.
Yeah. Apparently she stabbed him with the axe, but she didn't kill him, which is good.
Let's be honest. Thrones had as much violence in it as the first set of prequels from Star Wars.
Yeah. She should have had more. She should have had Jason Momoa teach her how to throw axes.
That guy looks like one with an axe in his hand. Like
I mean, it's a lumberjack right there.
Others like, I had a fight. Your mother's dead now, sir. He starts eating her heart. I know, you know.
Oh, I'm ready for this, Dan, Kevin. I'm ready for this, Dan. Story number 5. Ohio man arrested after allegedly threatening fellow employees. He claimed to just be rapping.
I'm a big fan of this guy right now.
I am too. It's a true story.
Oh, God. Sparky's got a little bit going on here, too.
Hey, you guys, want to hear my rap about violence? Hashtag angry Mike Bolton.
It was Mike Bolton the whole time.
Damn, Mike Bolton. Gosh.
Later on that night, he would break into one of their houses and take a nap. Probably tired from all that freestyling.
This guy apparently, and we just pretty much summed it up. He inserted everybody's name in the rap about murder and suicide and killing people, making everyone really uncomfortable. Apparently, threatened their lives.
Yeah, I want to see this in real life where he's just going on and he's like in somebody's face like, I'm gonna kill you too, motherfucking hell. You know, the guy's like, me? He's like, yeah, you. And it's like, this is just threats now. This isn't even freestyling.
Yeah.
You know. I haven't heard him rapping in a little bit of time.
What if he wasn't even rapping? He was just like, I'm gonna murder you.
Yeah.
And just end it right there.
Let him out of jail because he's obviously not dumb. He brought up a great excuse, man.
That's a great excuse, man. I was rapping.
It's like, I wasn't paying for a prostitute. There's a camera in the room. It's obviously art. Man, this guy again? Yeah, last week we thought he was threatening people. It turns out he was freestyle rapping. Ooh, wow, smooth. Very smooth.
He's very slick. Yeah, very slick.
Yeah.
Apparently he couldn't get his...
we thought he was robbing the bank last week, and he had water in his ear. He couldn't control the volume of his voice. The woman thought, she pressed the button underneath. He had an account there the whole time. So we showed up, but, another total misunderstanding.
Another total misunderstanding.
Yeah. Like, this guy's whole life is just like a string of misunderstandings with the police, where they're just like, wait a second, ask him what his name is. Michael Bolton? Never mind, we're not going to
That's perfect.
You guys are just misunderstanding. He probably got the wrong house. He fell asleep on the couch. You know.
Yeah. Hey, Sparky. Guess where we are next week, brother? Where are we next week? Oklahoma. I think we're actually gonna mix in Oklahoma and Oregon, right?
Okay.
Oklahoma and Oregon.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll make it a double threat.
If I hear any stories about bombings, I'm gonna go true.
Yeah, definitely true.
Out there.
Yeah.
Thank God. I mean, for the news, thank God you stayed away from the 9/11 obviousness that was there, where it's just like, all right, 3 planes flew through buildings. You'd still have comments going down there like the government set it up and all that nice stuff. Fake story. You know.
Oh, do you want to hear something funny? And I thought this was hilarious. You know that there are people out there such as flat earthers.
Yes. My brother is a flat earther.
No, your brother's flat. That's perfect. That's perfect because flat earthers tend to think that Australia is a myth by the government, and just hired actors tend to say that they're from Australia.
Yes.
Like it's not real.
Yeah. I've heard that theory before, and you know, it's the dumbest thing. You think that you can keep hearing dumb things, but then your ears start to bleed a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Going on.
Maybe it's because you were playing slaps.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, no, I mean, I can't stand talking to people that are flat earthers. I can't, I'm not their 4th grade science teacher, okay? But obviously whoever was failed them for wrong answers on everything.
Well, have you seen the newest one, Kevin?
Not failed them because of teaching, Tony. Failed them because of all the answers being wrong.
Yeah.
Like, literally, they got another F and had to stay back. You know, they were really...
Well, have you seen the newest craze, Kevin?
What's that?
Flat earthers are no longer flat earthers. They're cylindrical earthers.
Oh, Lord. I'm not an idiot. I'm a fucking idiot.
They believe now that the Earth is no longer round; it is cylindrical.
Okay. Yeah, we're all under a dome too. The government is keeping stuff in Antarctica.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. The pipes still freeze in the White House. So, how have they solved cold again?
Yeah.
Don't give the government so much credit, all right?
They don't. Kevin, let's end this. We need to end this show.
Yes, yeah.
I figured I'd end it on, the R word, retardation.
There you go. We said it.
How dare we? Sparky, where can you happen to find us?
You can find us on Facebook, Google, iHeart, Spreaker, Deezer, CastBox, Pocket Cast, Spotify, YouTube, and GeoReo.
Perfect.
And any other streaming service, including the Phantom download you get on Pandora.
Oh, we had 2 more, by the way. 2 more. And we had listeners from Australia this week.
Good.
Yeah.
Are you sure they were really Australian?
They were paid actors.
Tony, you just brought up a good point. They were probably the NSA, not Australians after all.
I figured that's why I would bring them up this week in our as paid actors on a cylindrical Earth. Yeah.
How dare he call us paid actors? We're real people. We come from a land down under.
And for a reason. That is the end of our show, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Every Monday, 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. Of course, you can watch us on all your favorite streaming apps. I am Tony Kaz.
Kevin Neary.
And
Sparky.
Guys, you have a great night.